Hey everybody, I am back. Yes, this is the third video you're going to see me in this outfit, and it's probably not the last. So I am here to do my first video for NaNoWriMo. I'm planning to do a weekly video on how my writing process is going or not going. So consider this the first weekly installment of that. So I have decided to take part in NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, for the first time ever. I've heard about it a few years ago, did not participate. I was definitely in school and I just had no interest in writing a novel. I am going on my second year of being out of grad school and just college in general. I went straight through. So while my confidence has definitely gotten back up from grad school, because man, was it brutal, I decided to take part in it. Thanks a lot to like Bernica and Mathis, Books with B, and definitely Cal Lewis, who has brought us all together to kind of partake in this month. I do have a profile under Morgan Gayle on the NaNoWriMo website, but I'm not going to update it. I was kind of peer pressured into joining the website, but I don't really plan on doing any of the like web boards. I already got an email about a meetup in DC. I don't really plan on doing those just because keeping myself accountable for this writing is very hard, and I just don't want to, this is just kind of get my feet wet. I know I just wiggle my fingers, but y'all don't need to see my toes. Alright, so I'm writing this novel by hand. I have a few notes that I use to kind of like frame my two main characters and the setting and where they're coming from. It's all in this handy dandy notebook. Yes, I am writing it in pencil, and let me tell you about these pencils because I love to buy things. And so this is a Blackwing pencil. Apparently these are number one, they're really expensive, but I ended up getting this pencil because this is supposed to be like a Blackwing notebook that they sell with the pencil, and it's a ploy because I just wanted the notebook. I bought this notebook months ago, and it just came with this pencil. I knew this as these are really expensive pencils. I like first saw them in my bookstore, and I was like, why would anybody buy $22 box of pencils? So I decided to use this notebook for NaNoWriMo because it always would have this, in there. It already came with a pen loop. I'm like, perfect. I'll always have something to write with. Always carry this with me when I get inspired to write. So I used it, guys, and I was like, I see why people buy these expensive ass pencils. My hand does not cramp. That is the biggest turn off from writing by hand. That's why a lot of people don't like writing by hand. That is why their hand gets tired. I also wrote like I thought I was just making sure it was the pencil and not maybe using the journal. I used it in like my personal kind of like daily diary, journal, whatever you want to call it. I wrote like 3 or 4 pages. My hand did not cramp up at all, and that is why they are really good. So what I ended up doing, and I'm not totally sure if I'm going to keep all these, we'll see, or keep these at all. I bought a box of their like limited edition pencils, which were actually a couple bucks more expensive because the barrel of the pencils are a different color. And when I mean that I might not keep them because they're, even with my discount, they were expensive. So what just fell out this box is the receipt. So if I so feel moved that like, girl, you could just do something else with the money you paid for, I will return these in a heartbeat. But yeah, so these are supposed to be like some special pencils. Aren't they just pretty? Like, this is so up my alley. Obviously you can tell like by my hair and my lipstick. I didn't plan this. they're based off of this photographer who used these pencils, and they said this is what the pencils would look like in a black room. The place where you develop pick photos, like before all the digital stuff was happening. So yeah, black room. Is it black? Lord, I'm struggling. Under a red, in a dark room, not a black room, a dark room. Duh. Sorry, guys. So yeah, I mean, they come with this case. Half of what you're paying for is the daggone packaging. But anyways, yeah, I was so swayed into buying these things, just like that Basquiat notebook. I have not used at all yet. So I will be keeping these in case I'm so moved to like use them this month. I might just not keep them. But I have written so far. I wrote the first 2 days, not for very long. On the third, I was feeling sick, so I planned on writing when I came home, but I was really not feeling well. I also had an event to go to that day, and I didn't make it. I didn't write Friday either because I just didn't get to it. So I think what I'm going to have to start doing is writing in the morning. My novel is based on women's friendships, and that's all I'm going to really say for right now. I'm learning also that I don't write necessarily in chronological order. I also don't have an outline or anything like that. But I started trying to write from what I thought would be like the first opening scene, and I stopped. And then I started to write from the scene I was seeing in my head that happens later in the novel, and that flowed a lot better. I know people say you should not work off of inspiration. I had like a concentration of creative writing in undergrad, which meant I had to take about like 4 or 5 creative writing classes as far as my English degree goes. And they always talked about not writing off of inspiration, and a lot of writing books talk about writing as habit. I also have This Year You Will Write Your Own Novel by Walter Mosley. I read that back in either August or September, and I really enjoyed that book. He talks about not necessarily focusing on publishing, but if you follow his directions, you will have a novel in a year. I have a couple other writing books in my arsenal if I need them as well. I don't plan on really referencing those. I just really kind of want to fill this notebook up, hopefully, and have some things to work with. I am going to transfer this onto the computer, and I know that will also help me write and edit. I don't plan on really doing any editing, but most likely that will happen if I'm transferring from here to the computer. So yes, that is how my first week is kind of going. Today is Saturday, Saturday, November 5th, while I'm recording. I also do some writing at work, and my job kind of allows the space and time for that. But I don't think it's necessarily the best environment. I'm still trying to figure out where's the best environment for me to write. So that is it for my first NaNoWriMo video. If you have questions, comments, you want to chat about writing, leave a comment below. How is your NaNoWriMo going? Are you participating? Why not? Let me know. If you want to get in contact with me about anything writing, you can find me on Goodreads, and they have messages on there. Goodreads, Instagram, or Twitter. I answer all 3. So yeah. Thanks for watching this video. Happy NaNoWriMo. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.